The Nets will cruise through the Eastern Conference playoffs in 15 games or less. That looks like it's going to age really well. Not only do I think it's going to be 15 games or less, I'm starting to get the feel they could get through the East in about 13 games. I think they are that great, and I don't think anyone in the East can really compete with them because the East is trash.
That'd be a really good Vegas bet, actually. I would, if the over under was set at 15, I'd probably take the under, honestly. In the Eastern Conference Final. I mean, like I said, we talked about it last time. The Eastern Conference is laughably bad. I think if at the time, the last time we talked, there was only 3 teams that were above 500 in the entire Eastern Conference, and Brooklyn was one of them. And like I said, Brooklyn's finding their chemistry, and I think Steve Nash right now is probably coach of the year. He's not getting a lot of love, but I think Steve Nash has come in. Yes, it helps when he has 3 amazing players, but his offensive scheme has been great. The defense kind of worries me a little bit, not so much in the Eastern Conference because they're 28th in the league in points allowed, and that can come back to haunt you if you're having a bad shooting night. We've seen it a little bit this season already in the 12 games that they've lost, but I think you're right. I don't think anyone in the Eastern Conference can touch them unless someone makes a huge blockbuster move. If Philly were to go get a Bradley Beal or Miami were to go get a Bradley Beal with a healthy Jimmy Butler and a healthy Bam, maybe you could take them to a 5-6 game series. But no, I don't see anyone in the East, not even the Bucks can hang with this team.
A lot of people panicking about their defense. Again, I addressed that offense is not equivalent to defense. First of all, their defense is getting much better. We've seen that. Once the postseason plays, like the regular season and the postseason are 2 different seasons, even though in reality it's one collective season. It's 2 different styles of basketball. Regular season, guys are taking off night. They're trying less on defense. They're conserving their energy. The playoffs, people are getting in guys. The game slows down. More half-court offense. Tighter defense. Guys are going to put more effort into it. So just by the game slowing down is going to help the Nets be way better than any other team in the East. Again, the 76ers are at their best when they're pushing the pace. The Bucks are only good when they're pushing the pace. And after that, there's actually just nobody in the East. I mean, the Celtics look inconsistent, whatever you want to call it. I mean, they just, I don't think they have competition. They just have too much firepower, and no team can really, go bucket to bucket with them. I mean, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, are there any other 2 guys you'd rather hand the ball to late in the game to create their own shot and get an ISO bucket than those 2? Plus, you have James Harden to look at as well. I mean, when you're looking at that, you need a closer. Kyrie Irving is a bona fide closer in this league.
Kyrie's not taking a back seat to anybody, and we see that. So if Kyrie continues to play like this, Falco, you might be right, man. But they got to play defense, man. All this 115, 120 giving up, no, that's not going to fly in playoffs. Because, playoffs is every position counts. Every possession counts more. These guys are locking down more. They care more. Regular season, they go through the motions and try to get through the regular season. They might try to go hard to get seeding, but the playoffs is a different animal. So I need to see them do this in the playoffs. I know what Kevin Durant can do. I know what Kyrie can do. Kyrie hit the shot with Cleveland. James Harden is a flame out in the playoffs. He has changed that narrative for them to win. I saw James Harden wet the bed in person in Houston in 2017 against the Spurs in Game 6. He had 11 points in Game 6. An elimination game. Kawhi was out.
The narrative of James Harden, can he get over that playoff hump here where he's not constantly just doesn't show up here? And sooner or later, I mean, this guy, he's on the verge. He could win. What was it, boys? It's like 3 straight scoring titles and assist titles and all that. That's all well and good. In a regular season, those look good on your mantle behind you while you're broadcasting when you retire or something here. But these guys, they want to win championships and rings, especially in any other sport in terms of the importance. NBA, it's all about championships. When you talk, we did that last time we got together. We compared, who do you think is better, Jordan, LeBron? I mean, the conversation can get run into the ground on all social media platforms here. Harden knows. Harden wants to get over it, but will he be able to this year in the playoffs? Again, a long ways away, but it's still something that I'm personally going to be paying attention to.